QuickBooks makes it easy to send statements to my customers. Maybe I want to send them a statement every month to let them know what their open balances are. Or maybe I just want to gently remind one of my customers that they have some overdue invoices. To create statements, from the home screen, click Statements. There are 3 things you need to decide. The first thing is what date range your statements are going to be from. Secondly, who are your statements sending to? And finally, any additional options that you want for those statements. Let's start at the beginning. For the first item, we need to decide what the statement period is. Your statement period is usually 30 days starting from the date that the last statement period closed. My statement date is defaulting to today's date, so the statement period is exactly 1 month prior to that. I could change it by clicking on the calendar icon and overriding any of these dates. I can also change it to show only open transactions from the statement date, or only transactions over a certain amount of days past due. Once I've decided what kind of statements I'm going to send out, now I have to decide who I'm going to send those statements to. I can choose to send them to all my customers, multiple customers, even one particular customer. I can even choose customers of a particular type, such as residential or restaurants. I can even choose based on the preferred send method. For example, I can only email certain customers their statements who have email selected as their preferred send method. I change that in the customer profile. If you want to be shown a list of everybody who's going to receive a statement, you can click View Selected Customers. I'll click the blue OK button. In this case, I'd like to send a statement to just one particular customer. In the pull-down list that appears, I'll choose Bread Express. Now I know who I'm sending it to and what I'm sending. I need to choose some other options. For example, do I want to show all of the invoice details on the statement? Or do I want to print due dates on the transactions? Finally, if I'm sending out a large block of statements, I can save some paper and some bandwidth by choosing not to create any statements that have a zero balance or a balance less than a designated amount. I can click Preview on the bottom left-hand side of the screen to see what those statements are going to look like. I'll click to zoom in. You'll notice that it shows the date of the invoice number, and when it was due. The customer can see their balance. And if I scroll all the way to the bottom, I can see that QuickBooks is doing all of the calculations for me. I can see when the statements were due and how overdue they are. I'll click Close at the top of the screen. When I'm ready to go, I can either print my statements or email them. If I decide I don't want to do anything with them, I can always click Close, and that will return me to the home screen.